Woo! What's happening? Thank you for being here. Yeah. Something I was thinking about is I'm a reflector. I reflect, and I invite reflection. I'm not gonna read y'all's comments right now. Not in this moment, at least. I might read them like shit. But I'm gonna choose to sit in silence for another minute-ish. And I invite you all to do that with me. You hear that silence? No, it's gonna start in a second. So I'm gonna invite, us all to just kind of tap into some silence for about a minute. And during that time, if you also want to, think about like a pen or a pencil. I think that when I'm watching things, sometimes so many things come to me, and I just hoping that whatever moves through me today and moves through you in this moment, I know that grasping is funny, grasping the things. And I also know that writing has greatly benefited my life. And so I just invite us to write together as I'm writing in this moment with my words and my movements and my sounds. By the way, we're doing all this fresh right now, you feel me? But yeah, I'm just gonna sit in silence for like a minute, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even, something like that. Just invite you all to be there with me and tap into whatever type of things you tap into. It's not always easy things that come up in silence. So for my first, this is so fun. This is so great. I'm about to show y'all my family. I don't know if y'all know me. My name is Aaron Spriggs. Y'all, I guess introductions is a cool thing to do. I think it's on the title and stuff. But my name is Aaron. My first name is Isaiah. My middle name is Aaron. My last name is Spriggs. And this is my mama. Her name is Gillette. And this is an old photo of her. Ain't she pretty? She's probably looking at my daddy like, nigga, why are you taking a picture of me? That's funny. I love this woman. I love her. I love her. I got to spend a month and a half with her because of all this stuff that's happening. And that was probably some of the, I don't know, for me, it was just honestly some of the most important moments, I think, the last few years of my life, especially the last couple of years have been really hard for me and for my family. And I got to spend just like moments with my mother that were just so present. You know, we got to play games together, watch movies, talk shit, get deep, like work on our habits and health, laugh, talk shit. Did I say talk shit? We be talking shit in my household. We be talking shit, but we love each other, dog. I fucking love my family. That's my mama. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then that's my daddy doing a wall sit. I don't know where this was at, but that man was having fun. Look at that laugh. Look at that smile. You can't see it because you can't see it. You can see the joy on that man's face. I swear to God, me and that man shared so much. You know what I'm saying? We shared so much love, companionship. We have very similar tastes in terms of, I don't know, not actually in terms of some shit, corniness. We're both corny as hell. We both love music. We both have a very strong and important and very important to us connection with what we would call the creator. And also music, I said that, music. My papa, my padre, my brother, my dog, that's my man's 1,500 grands, I swear to God, that's my dog. And then we got, look, we're doing old pictures. All right, we're doing old pictures. So we also gonna do an old picture of me and my siblings. All right, now y'all see this. Ooh, this one was probably on Facebook somewhere at one point. But I just wanted to make sure that while I'm here and while I'm sharing what I move through, the loves, right? Love is what lightens me, what lightens my way, what lightens my path, what lightens my heart, my family, my siblings. That's Jeremiah there holding Jessica in his lap. David's on his left. I'm on his right. We got Noah on all the way left side of the brother Jeremy, the tallest, the oldest. I love that man. Going to Noah, me, Jessica, and David. I just love them. I don't know. You know, I know people are probably like, oh, I wanted to come see some poetry or some music. No, you came to see me, cuz. If you go see me, you go see my family. Because that's who I am. That's my siblings, dog. Let's see. There's another one of my pops. I don't know that guy. That one. That look at that guy. He's just beautiful. There's my little brother David. David. That man is so smart. That man is so brilliant. I don't know. It's just like his mind, the way his mind works is so strategic and so long term, and he's always thinking ahead. That man is always thinking ahead, and the compassion that he carries is so strong. It's so strong. Jeremy and Noah. Damn, I'm 10 minutes in, bro. We still on family. Woo! And then we got, of course, my little sister right here. Jessica. I want to talk about all my family, dog. I want to keep talking about them. And what comes up as I'm talking about them, and even today, I'm thinking about my family. I talk about them all day. I'm thinking about Brother Keaton Notice. Keaton Notice is a brother in Portland who was murdered by police like 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I think today. survived by at least his sister. His father passed. They've had a vigil for him for 10 years every month. And there's just so much there, in my family. And his father was doing the vigils for many years, and then his father ended up dying of heart issues, complications, and many people would say that it was the pain that got him. And there's a vigil happening for him right now. There's a website. I'm gonna, Louder, if you're here, you probably are. Can you post that? Because I don't have the link right offhand. It goes until 8 p.m. And as a black man, as a man, there's a lot of anger and rage that come up for me, and fear and confusion. And sometimes I don't know what to do with it. So sometimes I ignore it. Other times I just feel tightness and heaviness in my body. It seems like it'll never go away. Like it's suffocating. So sometimes I just be like, I'm not gonna feel it. 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 But I do feel it. I do feel it. And I don't know. And this is stuff I think about too, like as a man. And I'm like, I don't want to get so much into like philosophy and theory about like what I think about manhood and all these things. But the reality is that as men, we are taught away from our feelings. We are taught into action, even if that action is not the most sustainable or the most healthy. There's this brother I want to read. His name is Terrence Real. He has this book called I Don't Want to Talk About It. And there's a quote, there's a passage in here that I want to read. It's a paragraph. For most boys, the achievement of masculine identity is not an acquisition so much as a disavowal. When researchers asked girls and women to define what it means to be feminine, the girls answered with positive language. To be compassionate, to be connected, to care about others. Boys and men, on the other hand, when asked to describe masculinity, predominantly responded with double negatives. Boys and men did not talk about being strong so much as not being weak. They do not list independence so much as not being dependent. They did not speak about being close to their fathers so much as pulling away from their mothers. In short, being a man generally means not being a woman. As a result, boys' acquisition of gender is a negative achievement. Their developing sense of their own masculinity is not, as in most other forms of identity development, a steady movement towards something valued, so much as a repulsion from something devalued. Masculine identity development turns out to be not a process of development at all, but a process of elimination, a successive unfolding of loss. Along with whatever genetic shit, I don't know what that word means. He's got big words. This guy's been doing a lot of reading. Along with the other genetic shit one might inherit, it is this loss that lays the foundation for depression later in men's lives. There's another person. I don't want to speak too much on this. I'm going to read somewhere else. I mean, I talk a lot. I feel a lot. And oh shit, this is my nephew, dog. I almost missed Casimir. That's my baby boy right there. Karen, my sister, dog. I don't have a picture of her. That's my brother's wife, Karen. That's my family. This is her and Jeremiah's son. Look at that beautiful boy. I love this man. I got to spend some time with him too. A little boy, a boy. There's a woman named Bell Hooks, another great author and thinker and movement person. This book is a very important book, for me at least. And because I think a lot about men, and I think a lot about, y'all thought y'all was gonna hear some poetry. I'm just talking and sharing my heart and shit, y'all. There's some music though. What does it mean to regard myself as whole, as a man? What does it mean to see other men as whole and regard them as whole, and hold space for their wholeness? Bell Hooks wrote, "To truly protect and honor the emotional lives of boys, we must challenge patriarchal culture. And until that culture changes, we must create the subcultures, the sanctuaries where boys can learn to be who they are uniquely without being forced to conform to patriarchal masculine visions. To love boys rightly, we must value their inner lives enough to construct worlds, both private and public, where their right to wholeness can be consistently celebrated and affirmed, where their need to love and be loved can be fulfilled." I did write a poem a while back, and this is where I'm gonna share this poem, and then I'm gonna jump into some music and movement stuff, I guess. I do know. This was my brother Blue. He created Sanctuary for me. He does that for me. He opens his heart and he opens his mind and he opens his arms for me, as a brother, as a friend. Blue, if you're here, man, I love you, dog. I love you, bro. And we've cried together. We've argued many times. We've cried many times. We've laughed way, way, way more times. And we just get real with each other. And he's someone I know I could call, you know? I think we all got at least like one person that we know that for sure, even if I like told myself like, oh, don't nobody give a fuck, like if I'm crying then, or if I'm having a hard time, like no one cares, or I can't share this, I bet you there's at least one person, probably more like 2 or 3 that we could call. Blue is one of those people for me. And this is a poem I wrote. It's called Blue. I cried with a man today. Blue. Heart cracked, open, waves rushing, body shaking and clapping and bleeding and love. 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 Can y'all see me? Screen went black. Let me know if you can see me. I don't even know if y'all can see me right now. it says some of y'all still here, so we love. And love. And love. And love. We celebrate. We celebrate in the nighttime. Moonlight washes our fears away. We celebrate in the moonlight. We celebrate in the nighttime. Moonlight washes our fears away. We celebrate in the noon rise. Melanin fed by sun rays. We celebrate in the nighttime. Moonlight washes our fears away. We celebrate in the noon rise. Melanin is fed by sun rays. We celebrate in the We celebrate in the nighttime. Moonlight washes our fears away. We celebrate in the noon rise. Melanin is fed by sun rays. We celebrate in the nighttime. Moonlight washes our fears away. We celebrate in the noon rise. Melanin is fed by sun rays. We celebrate on the east side. Pray for change in many languages. We celebrate on the west side. We fight for change through all this anguish. We celebrate on the east side. Pray for change in many languages. We celebrate on the west side. Fight for change through all this anguish. We celebrate. We celebrate. 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 We celebrate. Look, we celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate, oh shit. Celebrate, we celebrate, oh. Celebrate, even through the hardship. I gotta let my heart shit. I gotta let my heart grow to the expounding way it's trying to go. I'm making up words because that's the way that I roll. Oh my God. Sometimes I flow and it hurts hard because I feel like don't nobody feel me even when it's easy. I know it, that I don't really know as much as I think I do, which is why I gotta open my heart and my mind to you and you and you and you. I don't even know if you're listening. I don't even know if I'm a Muslim or a Christian anymore. I mean, I never was a Muslim, but I really was a Christian. But Allah, this God, this thing that we think that we're missing or that we think that we have is really all that exists. And that is the way that I think that reality exists. And so I'm just being free, being me for you to see this is how I be. You can judge me if you please. I be judging me too, shoot. So I don't blame you for what you choose to do. But see, I'm trying to accept me for the wholeness of my wholeness. I'm trying to own it. Every single component. The ones that's heated and that's frozen. I want to unlock the patterns that tell me that I'm golden, because the bullshit that I've been taught about my skin and my mind have really taught me to neglect every good thing that I find and just bury it behind the house. Put it in a hatch. Make sure you never know the lock. The key is way over there. Go and try to catch it. I'm going to throw it like 50,000 miles away in the ocean. You can't find it. There's a potion. You can't ride it. You can't see it. What are you saying? I don't know. It's a message in the bottle. You got to crack it to let it show. I don't know sometimes, but I still love my rhymes because I learned them from many people. I ain't no steeple. Sometimes I feel like I can read you. It's some bullshit though. I'm just trying to learn me so I can grow and express my wholest self, just like you see it now. Even though I can't see it, I got a black screen. It's kind of confusing to me. I don't know if you can just hear me or see me. But believe me, when I say that, I think I'm supposed to perform. I'm supposed to come up here. I'm supposed to show y'all the Lord. I'm supposed to perform. My performance is me, baby. Because I can only be me, baby. So love that lightens. Love that lightens. Lightens me. Hope it lights you. Peace, homies. Boom. Oh, cool. That's good to know. Oh, I just got a sign that said they could see me. Have y'all ever tried to laugh? Can y'all see me still? Have you ever tried to laugh on purpose? All right, I know I'm like 9 minutes past, all right, but there's this thing I really, sometimes I'm like, when I'm feeling real shitty, when I'm feeling like really in the dumps, or when I'm really judging myself, I'm just like, what the fuck do I do right now? How do I get myself out of this? Am I really close? Like I said, I can't. Ooh, this is fun. This is a fucking puzzle. It's a game. All right. So sometimes what I like to do is to like just allow a laugh to come through with some real encouragement by my mind and my body. You know what I'm saying? When I'm feeling like really, sometimes I just make myself laugh. And I just do it until I'm laughing, and the shit is fucking weird, and it's cool, and it's like magic, and it's just like, so I'm about to do it. And you can do it too, but I'm about to just laugh on cue. You're like, hey, like I just said, I'm about to just laugh, all right? You can do it too. I mean, I'm encouraging you. You look around, it don't matter who's around you. Just like laugh, until you're laughing, All right, I'm gonna show you, and you can just follow. You could just follow it. Okay. Ha 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 you gotta let the whole real laugh come out. You know your laugh is sometimes real funny sounding. It's all right, fuck it. Don't matter who's around. I feel like the Joker right now. You tuned in to the weirdo named Aaron Spriggs. I love you. And I hope that the love you have for yourself just shines through. And the love you have for the world just shines through. Let it shine through. Because that love, that compassion, ooh, baby, boo, be making me do like, ooh, be making me like, ooh. All right, I'm done, y'all.